Hey all, it is Glam Game Rebecca. I figured I would come on camera here really quick. Yes, my hair is pulled back, so it looks a little weird because this is growing out. But I have a new job. I started Wednesday in training. I have training tomorrow and Sunday, and then I go into production on Monday. So I have been getting off work and then crashing for a few hours, and then going back to bed and whatnot. And right now I have a full belly. And Jason was playing this earlier, and we were just talking about it the other day. This is Frostpunk. Let me see if I can go back. Nope, I closed the game. Whoops. Professional YouTuber. I'll reload it really quick. So I love Frostpunk. Frostpunk is a survival builder game that can be quite challenging, and it makes you think, and every decision you make affects the people that live there. So be very mindful of what you do, how you do it, that kind of thing. Yeah, it's an awesome game. So you will find links to Frostpunk down in the description box below if you want to check the game out. It does cost money, and I bought it through Epic. I own all of the expansions, and they have a deal going on right now. If you buy the game and all of the expansions, it's cheaper than buying them. Here's the link for the game. Now, in 2024, they're anticipating let me get this sharing again now that I got the game reopened. There we go. They're supposed to be launching Frostpunk 2, and I'm excited because I really do love this game. This is a game I play when I'm stressed out and I just need something to take my mind off of other stuff. I like building games because of the fact that how you build things, where you build things, when you build things matter. And it makes your brain stop and take a minute to think. Also, survival games adds a little bit of an edge to things where it really kind of pushes you to know what your boundaries are. And the good thing with this game is you can always just restart. If you get stuck, all your people die, they're pissed off, they kick you out, whatever, just start it over and use what you learned from that episode to make a better city, to do better, to learn from your mistakes. And this game gives you that opportunity to evaluate what you did, where you fucked up, where the people revolted and literally told you to get the fuck out and sent you packing. This game allows you the ability to go back and redo things from scratch. So I'm going to go ahead and show you. I have several games going, so it's not normal. It's not unusual for me. And I own all of the packs. I own the original game, and then when they opened the season pass with the expansions, I snagged them because I was addicted to this game. You can ask Jason. I was at Dad's house playing this game nonstop because I couldn't stop playing it. So you have your initial scenarios where the new home, this is where you're starting out, you're learning the game, all that kind of stuff. Then you have the arcs, which is what Jason's on right now, which he's had a hard time passing. But I figured since he's trying to figure that one out on his own, I won't stream that version because of the fact that he's trying to figure that out. Then you have the refugees. This is where these motherfuckers come from bumfuck Egypt, and they're coming in droves of 20, 50. You get 120 people at one time, and you have to house and feed all of them. Yeah. Then you have the Fall of Winter home, which is difficult because you have a decision to make on that one. On do you maintain your own city and stay to yourself, or do you help the other cities and bring their people to your city and house them and feed them and care for them? Or do you tell them to fuck off? They screwed up. They're on their own. Then you have the last autumn, which is the one I'm going to be playing today, which is where you initially start off. This is when England realized something bad was coming. They knew there was a global warming issue. They knew that there was something big coming. They knew about the cold. The people of the UK were starting to feel the cold, and they were like, oh, what's going on? It's summer and it's freezing outside. What happened? So the England sends people to build the first generator because they knew shit was about to hit the fan. So that's what we're playing today. And then On the Edge is a cliff version of this game where you are literally on a cliff. You have a very small strip of land to play. So where you build and how you build is key. It's very hard to play that map. You have to be very strategic of where you place things and how and when you build and what you harvest first. You will get the opportunity to have resources coming from other locations, but that also takes away from what you're currently doing. And if you don't have current resources to give them, you're not going to get anything back. So also keep that in mind. On the Edge is a very difficult map. Let's see. I think I covered everything. The Riffs. Oh, okay. So the Riffs one, I just want to make sure I cover all of them because in case somebody has never played this game and they may be interested, I want to cover all of the expansions and everything. The Riffs is where you start off in one map, and I've streamed it before, and you have these little chunks of land where it looks like either there was a river that eroded away land, so there's a deep chasm, and you have to build across those chasms to get to other strips of land, which you build a bridge in order to do, which takes a ton of lumber and steel in order to build the bridges to go across. Now, once you build the bridges to go across, you're going to find you have resources there that you can collect, be it coal, steel. You build a lumber mill where you can harvest trees, that kind of stuff. Or you can do like what I do. There's one huge spot, like you've got the center, and then just off to the bottom of that, depending on how you rotate your map, there's another really large section that you can use to house storage coffers to hold stuff like coal and food and uncooked food, processed food, steel, and lumber, so that you have your resources to feed and take care of your people longer. And it's a really big section of map. So that's what that is. And then you have the endless maps, which is right here. Endless maps gives you a free-for-all to play how you want, when you want, and for however long you want. There are no main objectives to the endless maps. So I usually do Serenity because it can be the hardest one. Now, this one here, there are lots of resources. You randomly get survivors that end up at your city. You have to build this museum where you collect pieces of history and put it in a museum so people can go back and look at what they've lost and reminisce about the hardships that they've had and that kind of stuff. And then there are 3 other places on the map where you can send them resources and they send you resources back. So you're kind of helping them out at the same time as they're helping you out. So you have that ability as well. But the problem with Serenity is if you turn on certain modes, you have a storm that comes in because, there's the winter is coming kind of thing. A storm will roll in and it says at the bottom how long you have till the storm hits. Just because it says that it's going to take X amount of days, if you have people way far out that are scouting certain areas to bring resources back, and it says the storm's moving faster than we anticipated, I can almost guarantee you if you hadn't already pulled those people back to your city, you're going to lose them. Because the storms hit and and you're done. They're dead. The storms will roll in and they're sometimes they can last for a day. Sometimes they can last for 3 days. Sometimes they can last for a week. And if you don't have the resources to maintain your people, there are workarounds that you could do that I can help you discover if you are interested in playing that kind of hard mode, that you can do to kind of like cheat the system, but not really cheating the system. It is a way to survive. This is the game. You have to survive this. This is what the game is. It is thinking about a way to make sure your people have food, housing, warmth, a job, that kind of thing, and making sure they're safe. End of story. So doing what you can. People are number one. The choices you make affect them. Then we have the builder one, where it says no heat, no support, harsh weather incoming, build a generator and try and survive. You are starting from flipping scratch. You are starting with a hole in the ground and you have to build it, which to the game mode that I'm going to be playing today actually shows you how to do that. And it's the first generator that you will build is in the autumn one. So this one here, this is a hard one. This can be rather difficult. This is no holds bar, man. This is balls to the wall. You are constantly breaking your back to build this city and get everything ready, because the time that you have to get resources, to get things built, to get the generator up and running is very short. So that's a very difficult map. And then we have endurance, which means scarce resources, bitter cold, frequent blizzards, every day will be a struggle. So you have to constantly have scouts going out looking for stuff to bring back to your city so that you can build, whether it's wood, you have buildings that you have to destroy in order to build. You have to send people to destroy the buildings. Some of them look like they've been burned out, that kind of thing. And that one's also a difficult map. So the endless mode maps, you can make them as easy as you want, or you can make them as difficult as you want. And to be honest, even on easy mode, they can still be difficult, depending on what you select. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get into The Last Autumn. And we're going to watch the footage for this. I'm going to put myself, I wasn't planning on being on camera because I've had a freaking headache for the past several days. Oh, really quick, let me put the link in here for Frostpunk 2. I really want this game, but I can't even buy it yet. Like, I want to buy it so that the developers of this game know I love this game enough that I'm willing to pre-buy it. Like, I really wish I could. What fell off? It was a travel magazine or something. So, okay. And just so you know, those games are affiliated links to both Frostpunk and Frostpunk 2. Those are, if you buy the games with my link, I do earn 5% revenue from the sale through Epic. You know, the Twitch I don't earn anything on, and my one YouTube channel I don't earn any money on. So this just helps me out. And if you like this game, I do have a donation link on my website. I know some people are like, you need to bring back channel members again on your old channel, or build a Patreon or whatever. And I'm like, so I have a link on my website because I have a couple subscribers that have wanted to specifically donate money over the years, and they wanted somewhere that was safe and secure. This is my website. I'm going to be putting in chat. This is the link to the donation one. If you are so inclined, there are various donation amounts ranging from 50 cents to $50. As far as I know, my one subscriber is in Germany, and he does not get paid or get charged the those hefty like taxes that they get charged over there when you buy something from the United States, be it digital or whatever. So I do believe this has a digital download feature as well. So there's a few older photos of me on there, and I probably need to update some of the downloads just in case somebody actually wants to download a photo of me. But you can pick multiples of the same. So if you want to send $100, you just add two $50 ones to your cart and you check out. There should be no tax on this and no shipping charged as well, because this is just a donation for me, and every little bit helps. So just want to check, make sure everything is running smoothly. on YouTube first, and then I will jump right into this. I moved all my windows over to the one screen so I could see them. And whatever I don't, depending on if I get tired or whatever, I can always save where I'm at and play this another day. And I do have 2 YouTube channels. My old one that seems like it just up and died. YouTube kind of killed it. They stopped promoting it. So I made a new one, which is the Clam Gamer Rebecca one. And that one actually seems to have traffic. So we'll see when they kill this one. They seem to be very fond of killing small channels. Okay, this one, okay, they both look like they're up and running. And Twitch also shows that it is running as well. So I'm streaming this in 3 locations. And those that are curious, you cannot stream on Twitch and on YouTube at the same time if you are a Twitch partner. I am not a Twitch partner. You're supposed to have like 50 followers and 6 real-time chatters or something like that in order to like level up to the next whatever. I don't have that. I have 35 followers on Twitch. And so because I don't have a whole lot of like people following me there, I don't earn any money from Twitch at all, period. So I can stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time and get away with it. All right, so here we go. We're going to do The Last Autumn. And this one is considered prequel. Oh, wait, I got to go to the other screen. My bad. There we go. Now, survivor mode is even harder. If you select this, it says survive against the odds. There is no active pause, which means you cannot pause the game. So if you have to get up and go pee, you are screwed. I don't recommend if you want to take potty breaks. There's no active pause. The game will be very difficult, and your progress will only be saved on exit only, which is, yeah, no. And then it says the empire is collapsing under the strain of climate catastrophe, yet no one is ready to admit it openly. A secret project to build the generators is put into motion. Now, if you look this up on the website, it says UK, but you know, whoops. And then if you click custom scenario, it says resources will be gathered. Resources will be gathered. Resources gathering and research will progress at a normal speed. The logistical limit will rise at normal speed. That's for economy. Difficulty is set to medium with some challenges. There may be room for error. People's needs for food and chances of getting sick will be normal. Weather activity will be on normal society's attitude. It says that people will be more sensitive to bad events and good events and will have less effect. And people will be pessimistic, and the generator structures will be built at a normal pace, and base work safety will be at normal levels. Now, you can make this easier or you can make it harder. I just want to do this as like a tutorial kind of thing. I see somebody else new has joined me. Say hello in chat if you are watching. I do bite, so you know, just say hi. So I'm going to do this on easy mode just because this is a learning video and I want to show people how to start off and how to build on this map. So we're going to hit start and I'm going to shut up so y'all can, hello? Ooh, hello? Oh, there we go. So you guys can see. It says advanced versions of docks unload much more resources. Remember to ramp up gathering infrastructure. And this version has docks. The other ones don't. So docks are only specific to this. When workplace safety levels fall, so dangerous or deadly accidents will happen. Well, that's kind of a duh. Everybody knows that. And it's roughly, what, 6 a.m. in Germany. So that's probably Casey coming in. Global cooling has ravaged the world's economy, reducing many to begging and fighting for bread. People have, I can't read the rest of it. It says, remember to plan ahead. Generator construction panel G provides useful overview of resources necessary to start each stage of construction.
Personal journal of Euphemia McCullough, assistant engineer at Imperial Exploration Company. It's been 5 weeks since...
Oh, shit. I am so sorry. Let me do that again. I'm going to put this on this, and I'm going to restart this. Yes, we're going to quit because I want you to watch that. My bad. Again, we're going to go easy. I won't talk this time, I promise. It should load faster.
Personal Journal of Euphemia McCall. Changes. And the winter seems inevitable.
Wait, did you have audio at all? I turned my mic off. I turned my mic on because I was coughing. Well, Jason just said that there was no audio, and I had muted my speakers because I had to cough. So let me see. Well, that sucks that you didn't hear what she said at all. Shit. And I don't want to restart it again. So, I mean, at least the words were on the screen. That really kind of pisses me off that it didn't pick up the sound like it should. Okay, so it says the last autumn, we crossed the rough northern seas to reach Site 113, where we are to build the greatest marvel of technology, a generator. Your crew, lured by the promise of a steady job and eager to leave the work riots and bread queues behind, are somewhat taken aback at the sight of the desolate landscape surrounding the site. They were told not to ask for details, and there's no turning back now. There's no consensus why this contract has such a high priority, considering the deteriorating situation of the empire. But your superiors are clear. This is the most important job of your life. And I'm just going to, my camera's on, but I hid myself off the view so you could see that cinematic. And I think I might just stay off camera. If you want me to put myself back on the screen, I can. Just, it really doesn't matter to me. I don't have any makeup or nothing on. I'm just sitting here in my pajamas. This is what you're working with right here, this space. It says before you start building the generator, you have to set up the basic supply infrastructure. This means building the docks and gathering the resources, piling up by them. You also need raw food sources, fishing harbors, or a forager's camp set up by a food source somewhere in the plains. So I'm going to hit this. We're going to go ahead and pause this game. I'm going to mouse out so you guys can see all of the map. So there's a ship here that we can harvest for steel, but only, there's a caveat. Resources can't be reached at the moment, requires at least one worker. There's a reason it says this. The map has to be partially frozen to get to it. So you have to wait until this freezes over between the land and the ship before you can harvest this. So do not count this on your resources. And then you've got these areas here to build for fishing and docks. I recommend building 2 of each. This lumber that you have here and here is all the lumber that you get, minus what comes on the ships. And then you have stockpiles here around the city that you can use. And then the few steam cores that are there, you just want to set people to get those. And I set 5 people to each of these. I preset all my stuff up so that it's already building and already doing stuff. Whoops, well, whatever, what max works. So that when I do turn it on from being on pause, everybody just starts to go to work. So this tells me that I have 31 coming in a day of wood and steel and steam cores. But I don't have anything else coming in. No coal, no structural pieces where you're building the actual generator, no food, and you only have 200 food rations or 200 raw food that can be made into more food. So then I'm going to come over here to economy and show you, see how it says huge coal pile? I can click on this icon here and it takes me right to it. And I can set people to go harvest that. And I do, when I first start out, kind of like to have everybody going everywhere to pick stuff up. And if you look, it says 5 of 15. And then the shipwreck, like I said, you can't do anything with this right now. Food you can't do anything with, medical, and then housing. There's 90 people that are homeless. So housing is going to be the first priority. And then this is your book of laws. This is where you make decisions for your people and how they live in this area. The first thing you want to do, because food is going to be scarce, usually what you can do is like what to do of the dead. You can do that next turn. Worry about food first. So gruel is, we can cook gruel instead of full meals to feed people with the same amount of raw food. So gruel takes those 200 pieces of raw food and spreads it out so that you can feed more people longer. Is it going to be tasty? Absolutely not. Can you go back to full meals that are not gruel? Yes, and I'll show you how. Hearty meals just means that they're going to get more food, and that means you're going to run out faster. It's going to taste better, it's going to be more nutritious, and they're going to survive longer. But that's also a downside. So unfortunately, they're going to be unhappy about this. It says motivation will fall slightly, discontent will rise, and eating gruel will cause discontent. Well, sometimes you got to eat some fucking dirt. And this shows you here, it says I have 18 hours of a cooldown on this before I can choose a new law. Then you go into your construction. You build outside this red ring. Do not try and build inside the red ring because there are certain things you build in there. And you don't want to build where there's yellow. You see the icon is yellow. That means you are destroying resources there in the process. So you want to build a road. And I usually just build one most of the way around. That way, that's done, and I used most of my wood, so I can't build anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure lumber is being fully, I'm going to just use up all the rest of my people so that they're collecting as much as they can. I've got 15 people available. Who do I have? Engineers. And you can only have workers working on this stuff, so I can't even put them to work. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play. And then everybody, if you look, they all start to head out. And you can click on them and it tells you like where they live and what their health status is like and stuff like that if you really want to get personal, which is nice because, you know, it tells you a little story about the person. So I'm going to speed this up just a hair to get some resources built up. Oh, okay. These you need to pay attention to. Every time you see one of these, you have to click it. Word of advice, first step. Sir, our employer, the Imperial Exploration Company, has prepared the site for us. Besides digging the enormous shaft for the underground part of the generator, they have left some construction materials behind to get us started. We should set up camp and clear the area around the shaft to make space for the construction facility. So that's why I started with that first. Now that we've got a little bit of lumber, we're going to start first with a workshop, but I don't want to bulldoze any trees. So we build a workshop and then we build food next. Now, I guess I need to tell you what that is. A workshop is where you do your research. So you research different generator parts. You can research heating methods. You can research how your hunters go out and look for food. You research upgrades to your medical facilities, and you know, there's a bunch of different things that you can research, but you need a workshop. Now, workshops only allow engineers to work there, not workers, not kids, not automatons. So you have to have engineers to work there. And then the next thing you want to build is your cookhouse. Your cookhouse is going to cook all of your raw food into ready to eat food. So if you look up here, it says I have 200 raw food, but I have 0 food rations. That's what we're working on. This says turns raw foodstuffs into nutritious meals. 1 unit of raw food is used to prepare 2 standard food rations. This can house, once you unlock like the ability for kids to work, you can put kids to work in the kitchen, which is a safe environment for them, but basically anybody can work in a kitchen. Then we have healthcare. The next thing I usually build is a medical post, but I need 25 wood for this. It says basic medical stations with 5 beds treats the most common ailments. So we're going to wait on that for right now. And we're going to go ahead and put 5 engineers here and open our research tree. This one talks about generator construction, food and health, and resources. So this allows you to build docks. It says allows us to build docks and unload resources for ships. Faster gathering allows those piles to get gathered faster. And the sawmill allows us to chop down trees. So then we have under generator construction, we have profile manufacture. It allows us to build the profile manufacture and produce structural profiles required to build the generator. That's like the 3rd thing I usually research. Then you have food and health. Foragers' quarters allows us to build a foragers' quarters and form a team of foragers. This is usually just workers that use this, not engineers. It says allows us to send foragers who research the wilderness for supplies and set up foraging camps to deliver raw food to the camp. So we'll work on that later. We're going to set up the sawmill first, then we're going to do the docks, then we're going to do the generator. So while that's going, if you look, it says 1%. If you're curious, it'll tell you it takes 5 hours right here to build that. And it's only during working hours. And it also shows you on here how much of it is going. And it tells you their work hours from 8 a.m. to 1800. So we're waiting on this to build. We got some wood coming in. I need 25 lumber to build the next thing I need. And so we're going to speed this up a little bit. And I'm going to build a medical post. So this is the medical post here. And this is about the same size as your house. Doesn't really matter where you put it, but the closer the generator it is, the better for everybody. And then you need 10 lumber to build each house. So as soon as that number, there you go, flips a 10, we're going to go build our first house. It's only a 10, but it's better than nothing. So if you look, I am strategically building things in a specific order, in a specific way so that I can get their needs met first. Now, if you notice, we checked off gruel first. This tells you that there's a standard meal that they can make. It says a cookhouse will produce 4 food rations for 2 raw food, okay, which isn't too bad. And sometimes they'll want better food quality, which you can go back to this. Or there's the gruel. It takes and makes 5 food rations from 2 food ration or raw food. So this gives you 1 more ration of food from this same amount of supply. So I'm going to select that. And because all we have left are engineers, I'm just going to throw 5 in there so that they could start making this into food rations so our people don't starve. And then this just shows you how much we have a day, as well as who is here and whether or not it says here, this person doesn't have any shelter for the night and will be forced to sleep on the ground. Well, it's called camping. Now, because this popped up, we're going to click this. Camp life, idle hands. As the first workday ends, people start gathering in small groups to chat or play cards. A couple of workers are throwing rocks down the huge central shaft. Stop that. Don't do that. No. Bad. Deep, ain't it? And to think, we have to work down there. Yep, you do. That's what you signed up for. Out of boredom, or maybe to exercise their fears, more workers join in. Soon, rocks started raining down the hole, you bunch of morons. This might be dangerous, but the camp offers very little other entertainment. So we're going to let them be, even though I would rather stop them. But if you tell them to stop, what do male children do when you tell them no? They throw a fit and they stop doing what they're doing at the time, but they resent you and they'll go back and do it later anyways. So we're going to let them be because they're man children. And if you look, the people are all around the center. So we have enough to build 1 more house. I'm going to go ahead and get that building. And the medical post is ready. Until people are sick, don't open this. Don't open it. Don't put anybody in here. There doesn't need to be workers in here just yet until you get somebody that's sick. And there's many reasons for that, because they will bitch and complain. There's people that are sick. We need someone, to heal us. You need to open a new facility. No, you don't. You have the facility. You don't need a new facility. Look at these bums all just standing around picking their nose. All right, we're going to speed this up. And a new law can be introduced. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, the bathhouse is for hygiene. It says bathhouses will protect our people from getting sick and promote cleanliness. This is done in an area in between houses because this is a vicinity type of product. Then you have medical stuff here on these 2 options, and then you have burial stuff between whether or not they do on-site burials or they do something else with them. You have religious shit, which again is like a regional thing. So where you build this has to be within the range of houses and stuff. And I'm a tree-hugging dirt worshiper, so these people can go without God, okay? And then we have the public house, which is where they go and get drunk. And then later you can bring whores in, because, men. So there's that. Or how about some drugs, people? Everybody likes some Coca-Cola from back in the day. Let's add some cocaine so they feel better about eating shitty food. That's basically what this is. It says we could give the people cocaine pills with their breakfast to make them work harder. No, they're not feeling any pain. They're a little stoned. They might damage things. They're a little clumsy. I wouldn't recommend, but So we're going to do the bathhouse next. It says the bathhouse would protect our people from sickness by promoting cleanliness and healthy habits. After introducing this law, another one can be passed after 18 hours. It says new building, bathhouse. People living near and working bathhouses are less likely to fall ill. Mill motivation will rise slightly, and I will have to build the bathhouse. So there's that. And I can't build jack and shit right now because I ain't got no wood, but I'll show it to you. So you would expect it to be under people, but it's not because this is a cleanliness thing. It's going to be under health. And it says, while the bathhouse is active, requires 3 coal an hour. People living within range are less likely to get sick. And again, once you build this, it needs to be somewhere close to an actual house. So we're going to close that and we're going to speed this up because it's 3 o'clock in the morning and, you know, they're all over here asleep. Look at this. They're all like freaking piled up. Now let's see what you want. People got cold. Oh no. Sir, a few of our people got cold from sleeping on the ground. We should provide them with some kind of a combination, if only because this might impact our efficiency in the long run. I won't address this right now as an option. I'll provide some shelter, or I'll provide shelter for everyone. Well, that's the plan, is to house everybody. But we're going to go with the middle option. So this one says discontent will rise. Basically, you thumbing your nose at them, and they're like ignoring, you basically ignore the issue. This one here says you'll have 2 days to provide shelter for people. This one says you'll have 2 days to provide shelter for people, but this means you have to house all of them. That gives you 2 days to get all of the houses built and the lumber that goes with that. And once these piles around the center are gone, you have no more lumber until you research lumber. So that's the next thing I'm going to research. So we're going to go with the middle option, which says I have to provide shelter for 35 people, which is half of this. And they have to stay housed for 2 days. And now that we've got 3 sick, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 engineer in here, which technically makes it open. Actually, we're going to just, since I have 4 people, we'll just put it full. That way the sick people, and it tells you right here, the patient's going to treatment, going to treatment, going to treatment. And usually it tells you like how long it's going to take to cure them, which is nice. It's nice to be able to see that. This is at 47%. Oh yeah, we're working on the sawmill, and then we'll do the ships, and then we'll do the generator parts. My bad. So we're going to speed this up because they don't work till 8 o'clock. There we go. Work time started at 8. Start getting some loom bar in, and there we go with the research. Sawmill is ready to be built. I'm going to go ahead and get that started. So we have the resource depot, which is where you hold resources that you have collected. This is a very small one. It only holds, I think, 200 or 280 pieces of one of the items, which you don't need to worry about that right now. Then you have the gathering post, which you put down, and it gathers like area of stuff. So you would put it here, and it would gather all of this in range. And then you have the sawmill, which again, it's done by range. So if I build it here, if you look, it turns yellow. It says building here will destroy the resources. You don't want to do that. So I'm going to move it over just a hair because you want to get these farmed out first because you can't build there. And then I build another one here, which you can destroy these later. So looks like we've got 15 people thumbing their nose. So we're going to set them there for right now. And we're going to go and pick the next thing. We could do faster gathering, or we could do docks. It takes the same amount of time. We'll have enough time to, I think, research both. So we're going to unlock docks next because we need the ships. We need to be able to fish for food. Those are the main things. The ships that come in bring us resources. That's biggest concern right now is resources. If I am speaking too quickly, I am sorry. I am hopped up on eggnog right now, minus the alcohol. I do not drink alcohol. The sugar in the eggnog and a full belly. We had some amazing food that was delivered from a local producer earlier today, and we ate that for dinner, and I'm like super full. But it was very tasty. Okay, so if you look, food rations are almost full. If I had, well, I do have it. I can build, I'll build here. Give it a road. And there's a reason I put the road there instead of on the other one. This will allow me to store more food, and you can change what's being stored. So I'll show you how to do that too. All right, that is built. So I'm gonna throw some workers in there. And then this is the next thing being built. Speed this up. All right, Doxter research. Now, generator, this takes 5 hours. We're going to start that, and then we will research the other one. I'm going to look and make sure. Bathhouse I still can't build yet. But I'm going to build a house, and I'm going to leave a space, and you'll see why. And their day is over. So I didn't have enough time. Now, see how this has this little icon over it? We're going to click this. Oh, this allows for 900 coal storage, 300 wood, 300 steel, 300 raw food, or 300 food rations. So I'm going to click this so that they can house more food for right now. If at any time you need to change this, you just click change and you can pick whatever you want. So it's literally that easy. Oh, another thing I didn't tell you about is this up here. It's the temperature gauge. It tells you what the building temperature is like. This says the temperature is comfortable with +3 for weather. It says prevent from falling ill. And we can now do a new law. So we're going to go do that next. Now we have crowded quarters or comfortable quarters that we could also do. But we're going to skip this right now. We're going to do radical treatments or sustain life for medical treatments. And there's a benefit to doing one or the other. Okay, so if we do radical treatments, they're going to lop off body parts. But the problem with that is this version of the game does not allow you to build prosthetics. So there's a downside to chopping things off. So this says, we'll try everything to cure the gravely ill, from invasive surgery to amputations. After introducing this law, another one can be passed in 18 hours. This is the gravely ill will be treated in medical posts. It says 30% of the gravely ill treated in medical posts will be left as an amputee, and discontent will rise. Now, we have sustained life, which opens up this option and this option. You can see they're grayed out. It says we can't cure the gravely ill, but we can at least keep them alive, which is why is the point? Everybody is like here fighting for their lives anyways. You know, that just makes no sense to leave somebody basically bedridden. This is not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. It says we won't risk dangerous amputations with radical treatments. This is this allows the gravely ill will be kept alive but untreated in the medical post, which means the medical post will stay full. Bad idea. And then motivation will rise. But if you do pick this, you can add for extra rations for the ill and a care house, which sends the gravely ill people that cannot be cured to a care house to live out the rest of their life. Again, taking up space that you could build something usable. So we're just going to chop it off. If we can't cure it, we're just lopping it off, okay? Because this is the smartest option out of the other two, because number one, I ain't got to feed you extra because you did something stupid, got sick or hurt or whatever, because, you know, cocaine. And then after you give them extra food because they're uncurable, then you have to build somewhere for them to go so you can actually help the people that are sick with minor stuff. So in my book, that's a bad decision all over. So we're just going to do the radical treatment. And people will be mad. If you look, discontent just rose. Motivation is getting a little low. We have provided 22 out of 37 shelters. So when I get enough wood, I'll build the rest of those tomorrow. And this goes every 18 hours, no matter what, whatever the cooldown is. This one here only operates when people are working. And then because it's, 11 o'clock at night, they're not working. I'll zoom in so you can see everybody in their little coats with collars. 2, the homeless people have fallen ill. Oh no, and it's raining. GGP, come on. Yeah, they're all cold. They're all wandering back and forth. Poor guys, I feel for you. But, oh, he's going in. I guess that's not a building they can go in. He just sat down. And it's kind of neat that you can see I never really take the time to look at all this stuff. What do you want? Reality check. Oh. As the camp wakes up under dark rain clouds, the mood among our people turns gloomy. Nobody told us we will be sent to the end of nowhere, they grumbled. There's nothing for us to do here but work, and they're going to stay a while in this remote, cold, miserable place if you don't keep their motivation up. This efficiency will suffer. Motivation will fall each morning. So I'm going to click on let's see what we can do, because I can tell you what we can do. We could give them cocaine, or we could build a public house. Now, because I just signed the radical treatment, I can't do that just yet. Oh, and even though I signed the radical treatment, it opened these up. So, yay. And then there's, oh, it looks like I can build prosthetics. It says prosthesis down here, very lightly. So the public house is the thing I would probably build next. But again, you know, it takes time. I have to wait 10 hours before I can sign a new log. So we're going to speed this up so we can get them back to work. Get up, people. There's work to be done, is what he just said. Okay. So now I have enough lumber to build the next thing. We're going to go to the bathhouse. See this little circle? Little white circle? That, you know, it won't let me put it here because of what it is, but that means everything in this white circle will be covered by this bathhouse. And putting it here blocks the ability for it to be used by other buildings. So I'm going to put it right here. And you have to build a road. Actually, I can build a house there. Give me a marker. And then build the road. There we go. And so this is done. Then we're going to go here for faster gathering. We have to wait for 10 lumber, so we'll wait a minute for that. And now we can research that for faster gathering. And because it's noon, we should have enough time to get that researched before they decide to kick off for the end of the day. Now, they're out of food, so you hit none. So you can put these people to work somewhere else. Whichever else basically doesn't need workers, so we're fine. And I need 25 wood to build the docks. So we'll wait on that. That'll be the next thing I build. Speed it up a little bit. And I got wood. So you see how there's 4 little icons here? You want the docks to be in the middle and the food to be on either side. So we're going to build this one here and this one here. I'm going to build this one first. And we're going to speed it up a little because I want some wood. And we can introduce a new law, which is where we're going to build them a public house. Those hardworking people need to unwind after work in good company with a stiff drink in hand. After introducing this law, another one can be passed in 18 hours. New building as public house. Patrons of the public house are less discontented and motivation will slightly rise. So we're going to go ahead and sign that. We're going to open this up. We're going to go up to people. And we're going to build a public house right here. I'm going to build me another house here. And then a road to connect that building. And you'll understand why I built this house here in a minute. I need more wood. And that research is done. Next is forager stuff. We need 10 wood for, so we're going to have to wait. And that's the end of the workday, so they're not going to collect anything else, which means we won't have anything to research. And I've got one house building that should put me up. I've got 9 hours left to get the last 5 people housed. So hopefully I have enough wood to do that. I hope, fingers crossed. New bathhouse established. Motivation has risen. Yay. Shelter promise fulfilled. Yay. I probably should have read those to y'all, huh? So, if you look, the dock doesn't have nobody working on it, so we're going to take 5 people off of here, and we're going to put them over here. And then the bathhouse doesn't have nobody working at it, but because we have a couple of extra engineers, we'll just put them there. We'll just put one there for right now. And if you look, I put that house here. I can't remember where I'm supposed to put the road for this. I think it's over on the side, so we'll have to wait and see if it complains about not having a road. Production queue empty. So let's pick something for it. So we can either have them bring us coal, we can have them bring us wood, or we can have them bring us steel, and we need wood right now, so we're going to go with wood. And you just select it, and if you look, see how the little box lit up, it's a little bit lighter, and there's a white ring around it. So, and then this won't start work until 8 a.m., so we're going to speed this up for about 4 hours. One homeless person fell ill. Oh, no. Well, I'll build you the rest of the houses here as soon as I get some wood. Wood. Hey. Turn my speed time off. What do you want? Telegraph Station. Now that we've built the basic resource infrastructure, we can set about bringing more people and steam cores from England. To do this, we have to build a telegraph station. Rum will complain. There's a boat! A boat! Woo! Boat! Oh. We'll go ahead and start researching the forager quarters while that's coming in. It says allows us to build foragers' quarters and form a team of foragers. Takes 5 hours to research, 10 lumber, and it says allows us to send foragers who search the wilderness for supplies and set up foragers' camps delivering raw food to the camp. So we're going to go ahead and hit start. And I'm just going to go ahead and put the other 4 people here for right now, so they're not sitting over here with nothing. And then what this will do is it's going to bring in 8 an hour, 8 wood an hour, and then it's going to unload it, and then that's going to steel piles. So I'm going to go ahead and put 5 people over here, and we're going to put the rest of them on the docks. So now it's bringing in 16 an hour because I just doubled the workforce. Because you need wood to build everything. So I'm going to build this house and this house and I think one more, and that should house everybody. What do you want? What? Septic? You over here too, workers arguing over the reality of global cooling. You really believe this end of the world rubbish? Me? I'm just here for the money. When we're done with this mad scheme, I can move my family out of St. Giles. Or Giles, however you Brits pronounce it. Well, then you're a fool because you'll all die when the frost comes. He turns to you. Ain't it the truth, sir? So some people know and some people don't know that global warming has finally fucked the planet because of people. So we have mind your work, lads. Discontent will fall slightly, or so the science says. So you kind of agree, but kind of don't agree. Motivation will rise slightly. Oh, this one is fuck off, get back to work. And this one says only fools doubt it, which means that's a certain definitive answer. So discontent will rise and motivation will rise. So you would rather have motivation rise and discontent not rise, because the more motivation you have, the better off you'll be. The less discontent, the less likely they are to vote your ass out. So it rose just a hair. It's almost halfway. So yay. And we're going to speed this up a hair. Wood pile is depleted, so I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of these full. And we're going to build another house. So that should be everybody housing-wise taken care of. And let's see what I can do now. So we're going to do burial stuff next. So on-site burials, we will consign the bodies of our dead to the stony soils of this faraway land. It would be too expensive to bring them back to England. After introducing this law, blah, 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 18 hours, new building is a cemetery, no risks of disease from unburied bodies. Each burial will decrease the motivation You will have to establish a cemetery and motivation will fall slightly. Or reparations of the bodies. We will lay our dead to rest in English soil. Their bodies will be kept in the morgue until they can be transported. After signing this law, another law can be passed in 18 hours. New building is the morgue. No risk of disease from unburied bodies. Preparing bodies for transport costs wood. You will also have to build a morgue. So not only is this costing you wood to build this, but you also have to build a building. So you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot if you choose that option, because you're going to be using more wood that you could use to build other stuff. So we're going to do on-site burials. Now, this says a proper place to bury the dead. There can only be one cemetery in the city, and it does cost 10 wood to build. You see how big it is? So I usually pick one of the furthest spots I can that's not going to destroy resources. There we go. And then you have to build a road out to it. There. Ta-da! Dead taken care of. And I got 20 people, so I'm going to put them over here to start farming this stuff. I'll build another one of these next. Research is done. So if you look, we've researched everything on line 1. What do you do next? Everything's researched, right? You can't research anything else, and all this stuff is grayed out. Then you come over here to drawing boards, and it takes 50 freaking trees to build this and 6 hours. So we have to wait for wood. Wood. What do you want? Bathhouse, hot bath. Sir, the engineers came forward complaining that some people use the bathhouse for sex. Well, I don't know how, because doing it in water, y'all. I mean, I'm just saying it's not what it's cracked up to be. Animals with the noises they make it impossible to relax. Will you put an end to this depravity? It says, of course, motivation will fall and discontent will fall, or it's none of my business. Discontent will rise slightly, or we need a place for this, which is a precursor to something else. It says you will have 3 days to sign a new house of pleasures into act. Again, whores. So we'll do that. And I have 15 hours before I can vote for whores. So we're going to wait till we can get some more wood. And we have enough now to click this and click upgrade. This takes 6 hours to upgrade. It's 16 after, so they've only got like an hour and a half work left. It says there's 10 people that, oh, there's a house still building. I'm going to build another house just to be safe. And stick one here. Oh, you need a road, I guess. They always complain that they need roads, man. There we go. End of work day. So I ended up, there's the houses built. Everybody's housed. People is fed. Cemetery is established. The cemetery has been established. We can now put our dead to rest. Motivation has risen. And if you look, there's little bars on here. What do you want? Away from home, on-site burials. Sir, our people are voicing their displeasure with your decision to bury the dead on-site. This is such a shame, says a middle-aged woman. To die in this wretched place far from our kin is bad enough, but it's a disgrace to leave our dead forever in this remote, cold land. Perhaps we can relieve her distress by introducing ceremonial funerals. You might sign ceremonial funerals later. So in other words, she wants us to throw a party for the dead so that she feels better about people dying. They're dead. They don't care what you do with their body. They're dead. So I'll think about it. So right now it says the current effect on efficiency is 0%. Permanent modifiers, daily loss is noticeable. Temporary modifiers that last 24 hours is 2 promises fulfilled, 1 desirable decision, and 1 controversial law, which is the, whorehouse. And then discontent says there's bad food and they need a public house. So we just got to wait. I can't build it yet. I can't even vote on it. Bare knuckle bouts and House of Pleasure. So I have to wait 5 more hours. So in the morning I can vote on horse because it's midnight. So we're gonna speed it up until I can vote. Oh, and this shows you, this is a bathhouse. It tells you like how many houses are in range. And then it tells you that what it costs in coal a day to maintain it, which is nice. It's almost time. 4, 3, 2, 1 minute. Woo, there we go. Horse, here we come. There we go. House of Pleasure. Our hardworking people deserve all of this relief we can provide, and some of them yearn for the pleasures of the flesh. Heathens. After introducing this law, another can be passed after 1 day and 12 hours. Prostitutes can be employed in the public house to increase motivation. So we're going to vote on that. And open brothel promise. You opened a brothel as promised, and motivation will rise. So yay for that. Sometimes they make us build an actual whorehouse, but this time they didn't. In other scenarios, they do make you build it, though. So just keep that in mind. I still have to build the telegraph station and the generator thing and the other dockyard. So we need 25 wood, 30 wood and 10 steel, and 25 wood and 20 wood and 25 steel. So we got lots of wood we need. So we're gonna speed this up so they get their butts to work. What do you want? What? Pile up at the docks. Sir, resources are piling up at the docks. Let's start gathering them or we won't be able to unload the ships. Could immediately assign people to gather them. Building a gathering post or 2 would be more efficient, or research the building of a reloading station, which is the best solution. Well, we're upgrading that right now, so we can't do that just yet. So, yeah. But what I can offer you is a gathering post. Yeah, this works. Boop. That's going to take a minute to build, and we're going to speed it up. What? Indignant engineer. Well, lottie fucking da. An engineer complains to you, sir. It seems I've been mistakenly lodged in a tent full of workers. Oh no. Stuck up motherfucker. Now you'll see I don't have anything against workers, but they're quite loud and, well, they sort of smell. Could you make sure that I get moved to an engineer's tent? This silver spoon motherfucker thinks I give a shit about him sleeping next to some pleb. Okay, so certainly we'll raise the discontent, or no, we'll have to make do. Motivation will fall slightly. So we're just gonna, piss off the silver spoon motherfucker. Wait till he sees I vote for overcrowding. He's gonna be real happy about that. Real happy. So we have 40 wood. What do I need that for next? We're going to do the generator profile. We're going to build that right here. That's why this area is separated, so we don't build stuff where we ain't supposed to. And then the next thing we need to build is a telegraph, which is 20 wood. So I'm almost there. There we go. Now I can build it. And we're just going to build it over here because there's already a road. Waiting on this to build. I don't know what Jason's doing down there. Steel pile is depleted. Well, that's fine. We need the workers here soon anyways. And as long as you have one person working in the whorehouse, you're fine. I mean, you could put Max in there and put, 10 people. You don't really have to. As long as there's one in there, they're happy. Oh, shit. I can... Whoop. I forgot about that. My bad. This is almost ready. It's almost ready. Here we go. And boom, drawing boards are researched. We can now research tier 1 technologies, and that's what we're going to do. So this is all the generator stuff. We're going to ignore that for right now. Fishing harbor and medical posts are like 2 important things. And then resources is for the reloading station. The sawmill upgrade allows you to get more wood from the area. And then your resource upgrade gives you more storage space. So I'm going to do the sawmill upgrade because I know that that's going to come in handy first. And then we'll build other stuff from there. What else do I need to build? What was it? The other dock, I think. Yep, other dock. So, and then you can pick different things for different docks. So you don't have to just get wood. You can bring in other resources. But because of the time, I needed wood more than anything. That's why I picked wood. Wood. Ship. And we're just going to speed this up. And just put 1 on here. And how about I get this one? We need 25 wood. Probably need to make 10 of these, I think. And then we'll take 1 off of here. And we'll put it over here. For right now. And then we're going to speed it up. And the next thing I need to build technically is what? News from London. The line is open. Good work on setting up the construction camp. Now that we have a line of communication, use it to request resources. We will provide what we can, but be aware that your camp is not the only project we supply. And keep that in mind when you're ordering stuff because they get very stingy. There are 2 other construction sites in your area. Together, these 3 generators will secure shelter for inhabitants from Liverpool. Should the worst happen, their fate is in your hand. Do not let them down. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. And this asks for more workers, more engineers, or more steam cores. So we're going to ask for 10. And then, because we're going to need more workers than engineers, but engineers can be put in the cookhouse or also the whorehouse. So, so we're going to order that shipment. So it's going to take a day to get to us. So that means I'm going to have to find housing for 2 engineers and 11 workers if I don't already have it. So in order to check to see if you have enough space for people, you go to your economy and see how it says vacant beds 10. So I basically just need to build 1 more house and we'll be okay. And then this again tells you the comfortable guides and who's living where. I need to build food stuff. Food. I need 35 wood. Uh-oh, he's in the kitchen. What are you doing? I didn't tell you could do that. I'm going to go ahead and get 5 people over here. So we're bringing in steel. You know, and then we're going to speed it up because it's 3 in the morning. Let's build and activate a fishing harbor, and I have 3 days to do that. So fishing, I'm going to have to research next. Or set up a forger's camp. Well, I can probably do that first. Hey, I sped you up. Oh, yeah, I forgot. At 5 a.m., it flips off your auto speed. So if you speed stuff up, it's kind of persnickety about that. Sawmill thing is upgraded. So then I'm going to go ahead and open the fishing harbor just because. Let me speed this up. And we have enough to build the forager hut. And again, they need a road, so. Try not to build roads too many places because you're just basically wasting the lumber. All right, we can do another research. So foraging carts allows for a new lighter design, and foragers will move 50% faster, and this allows for more people to become foragers. I think we're going to wait on that. I'm going to build the next thing on this. This is the machine shop. It allows us to build a machine shop and produce steam core or steam exchangers necessary to build the generator. It takes 6 hours, and it says you build the specialty shop where versatile steam exchangers can be produced. So we need that next. Can't wait for more people. Fishing harbors. Okay, so fishermen set out here to catch fish in the cold seas. So we're gonna go boop and boop. And I don't know if I have to, I don't think I have to put a road out there. It's been a while since I played this version of the map, so we'll have to see if it bitches once it finishes building. But right now I need to build a couple more houses because we got people coming in 6 hours and they need somewhere to live. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to demolish this because it's in my way. And I'm going to build it further back so that it's not in my way. I can build right on the thing. And I didn't destroy any trees in my path. So I'm going to wait for this to demolish. And then I'll just put the people there. What? Where? Who? It popped up. Where is it? Oh. Oh. Reindeer tracks. That's what it was talking about. And Book of Laws is ready. Oh, yeah, they wanted religious ceremonies. Okay, so ceremonial funerals. Those who give their lives in service to the empire deserve the highest honor. We will give our dead ceremonial funerals to inspire the living. After introducing this law, another can be passed in 1 day, 12 hours. Burials will no longer reduce motivation. So, ta-da. Shut up, Lily. I hear you complaining. And speed it up. Now, I can build houses. House. 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 There's a tree in the way. So we're going to put people to work. Ah, shit, it looks like the tree that's in the way isn't going to be covered. Well, look. So I'll have to build this here and then chop these trees out. You don't want to ever destroy trees. I would rather build another sawmill, chop the trees down and demolish it and get 10 lumber back than destroying the trees that could have technically given you 100 lumber. See the drawback? So people are here. Only 3 people are homeless. I can now put 1 engineer here and 1 engineer here. Bump up people here and here. And Oh, fuck. That's too far away. So I'm going to have to destroy this to build the thing I need to build. Good thing is they usually build and destroy shit overnight. So it allows me the ability to destroy stuff and put it back up. And you can move closer if you want to the screen. Just make sure you got a road going to it. Or not. I ran out of wood. And got wood. Yeah, I got wood. I need 10 steel for that. 10 steel, 10 steel. Which I don't have enough steel right now, so I have to wait. That's why I was putting people here so it can collect the steel that's sitting right here. There we go. Collected 2 an hour. Ooh. I think I'm going to request one of those and maximum of these so I can get more people. Because I need more workers. And I'm going to take, this is full, I can take one from here and make them go efficient. There you go. Stanley Bentink. He's going to eat, and then I guess he's going to work. And I'm going to take one from here and put it over here. Yay! General shaft structures. Now that you have built basic infrastructure, it is time to start the construction of the generator. Build a profiles, manufacture, then produce 8 structural profiles that will allow you to set up this shaft structure. So right now I have 3 of those building. And I need to build the next one, but I need to research the other thingy first. So we're going to do, oh, I can't. I need 10. What do I need here? I'll get to you in a minute. So I need 60 steel for that one and 8 structural profiles. So this means I need to build 8 total. I thought I needed 8, so I need to build 5 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that'll be all of them. Troubled father, letter from home. Sir, supply ships occasionally carry sacks of post destined to the crew for security reasons. Every inbound and outbound mail is open, bunch of losers, and read, but we may sometimes require instruction from you regarding our censorship policy. This is not prison, people. In this case, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Should we redact the part about the sick daughter? Yeah, I probably would. So if we don't censor it, motivation is going to fall. Or if we censor it, discontent will rise. I'm happy with the discontent. He don't need to know about a sick kid while he's working. It'll distract him. And I now have 10 steel, so I'm going to go ahead and start on the medical post upgrades. Medical post upgrade. Thanks to the improved tools and methods, people employed in the medical post will heal the sick 10% faster. Ta-da. Too bad I can't put some of these guys to work somewhere else, because that would be nice. Look at this. I mean, I can put them to work here, but they really don't need to go to work in the public house. I can't put them anywhere else, so. Isn't that ridiculous? Stupid fucking engineers don't want to sleep next to the workers, and you guys are shit. You can only do 3 jobs. And I just moved some lumber people around just so that they're all working. Because I need these trees that are in my way. Like, see these trees? They're in my way. I need that to build houses. Which I have 27 vacant beds, so I should be good. Look at how gnarly it is in that hole. Would you want to climb down in that? Because I think I'd be a little leery about getting in it. And it looks like coal is full, but food isn't. So we're going to find the resource depot and change that. And we'll see if I can build. No, I need 60 steel for that. But I only need 10 steel for this. I think I'm going to build another one of those really quick. Just in case I have something else that gets full, I want to be able to maintain. I'll put it back to food rations for right now. I can always change it later. We need steel more than anything, so. Oh my gosh, it's 1 a.m. I've been streaming an hour and a half. I didn't even. See, this is what happens. I get in here and I get started and I completely lose track of time. I haven't even sent anybody over here yet. Send foragers here to learn more. But I don't have any foragers yet. So you need 15 citizens to be available. Costs 20 wood, 10 steel, and 15 people. So I have to pull people from somewhere else in order to send them out. Which, as soon as I get this ship of people, I'm going to request just workers next time. All right. What? Oh, well. So we can do crowded quarters. It says we could house more people if we could cut the space allowance a bit, although nobody is going to be happy about it. It says house building will accommodate up to 12 people instead of 10. So it's just a little bit of overcrowding, but you know how cranky people get when they have to sleep with people that snore like Jason does. Or we could do comfortable quarters. It says we could make our people happy, providing them with more space in the living quarters at the cost of reduced housing capacity. So because this is such a tiny area and this only allows for 8 people to live versus 10, I'm going to go with crowded quarters. And discontent is going to rise permanently and motivation is going to fall. But it allows for more people, which now gives me 53 vacant beds versus the 30 I had before. Bloody hell, what next? Boss wants to cram even more people in? He's crazy. Yes, I did. I think I'm going to do forager carts. So forager carts, it says using a new lighter design, foragers move 50% faster. So we're going to do that. We got an hour before more people show up. I'm going to speed this up. And there we go, 9 more workers. So then we're going to request peoples, which means I can get 14. Oh, it looks like it's going up. Forager carts already researched. Holy shit. We're going to research protective structures. And can I? I'll pull one from here. Okay. now I have enough to do this. We're going to send them out. So it's going to take them 8 hours to get here to follow those reindeer tracks. I'm going to put one person back over here. And because we have enough wood coming in, I'm going to put one person over this. And it looks like I need to change this from food to wood. I'm going to change this as well. Oh, wow, you're already done? Okay, wildlife signs, reindeer tracks. A partially eaten reindeer carcass lies in a circle of trampled, blood-stained earth. The tracks lead further. So we're going to move on. And we could either go to the hunting grounds or the nesting place. So we're going to go to the nesting place. It takes 8 hours to get there. It says dozens of birds circling over a solitary rock outcrop far ahead. So we're going to go there. And we can do a new law. I really don't want to give them a fucking church. So for the treatment stuff, it says our medical facility should be fully utilized, even if we have to put the patients on the floor. That's never a good idea. So let's see, extra rations for the ill. Even we can feed the sick people extra rations to help with the recovery, which I always recommend. It says a new ability to use extra rations in the medical facility to speed up recovery, and this takes 18 hours before we can vote again. So we're going to go ahead and sign that. We don't have any sick people right now, but, you know, people might be happy about it. Whatever gets them well faster, we need them. Yep, we do. Helping the sick, I'm in favor as long as we can afford it. Well, not right now, we can't because we got 62 food, but, you know, we're working on it. We need more people. Come on, get moving. Time to work, is what he said. And let's see. This inaccessible rock is a nesting place for numerous birds. The ground around it is covered with fish remains. So we're going to move on. We didn't find anything there. But look at this. A lake full of fish takes 9 hours to get there. We can see light reflexes on the large body of water. In the distance, birds fly from its direction carrying fish. So we're going to go fishing. Fishing. Oh, you know what? I forgot to order people, didn't I? I can order 24, but it looks like this little bar moves. It says this limit rises over time. It reflects the current logistical means assigned to this generator's construction site. There we go. Now we can get 25 people. So we're going to go ahead and order 25 people. That'll be nice. I could use those. We need 60 steel to build the next section, and that just finished. So we're going to research a ventilation plant. Ventilation plant allows us to build a ventilation plant which improves work safety across the construction site, consuming 25 coal per hour. This building provides a whole construction site with fresh air, improving safety in all workplaces, uses 25 coal per hour. It takes 6 hours to research. So what? Thin gruel, food quality. Sir, people are complaining about the quality of food. They expect to be fed properly for their hard work, and many of them are angry when they get gruel instead. Look, you can eat your soup and enjoy it. You will have 3 days to provide 97 standard food rations, or I won't address it. So I'm going to go ahead and give them regular food. So you go back to the cookhouse, and you have to click this one. So it does 40 an hour when there's food, and because we need more people fishing, I'm going to have to take 2 people off of here and put 1 more person on each fishy place. Actually, let me take them all off and put them all on one. And we're getting 0.5 an hour, so either way, it sucks. So that's going to be difficult. Still waiting on that 60 steel. Doot, doot. And the foragers are ready, so we're going to go see what they want. The lake is teeming with fish. Dozens of birds hunt them, swooping and diving in the water. That's awesome. We're going to explore it. Aw, look at fishy. Lake full of fish, rich fishing grounds. There's plenty of fish in this lake. We could stand here for a few days and catch them. It says we could set up a camp here and supply raw food to the construction site, which would be great. So it says the foragers will be able to set up a camp here. It says it's a great place to set up a fishing camp. The camp will deliver 80 raw food every 1 day, in total 720 raw food over the next 9 days. That's a hell of a lot of food, which helps with our food problem. So we're going to do that. Yay. And then they'll bring the food back and forth for 9 days. And until they're done doing that, we can't search anywhere else until we make more foragers, which we don't have the 15 people to do that. So 193 steel, 14 steel. What? Who? Oh. I'm just going to let this run for a little bit and go check on Jason and see how he's doing on his map. Uh-oh. Good thing I came back in when I did, huh? All right, so this says safety concerns. Sir, a few of our people fell ill from breathing strange fumes wafting from the shaft. Stop farting in the generator hole. It says It could have been worse. One of them passed out and fell from a scaffolding. We can't ignore health hazards any longer. From now on, the safety level of every workplace at the construction site will be monitored. If it's low, people working there will get sick. If it's very low, they might get injured or die. So we're going to improve the safety. I'm researching that anyways. So there's that. Oh. So we're going to do safety procedures, which says enforcing safety procedures will compel people to work with less haste and greater care. This will temporarily improve the safety in a workplace at the cost of efficiency. And this says after introducing this, it will take 18 hours before we can vote on anything else. The new ability will be safety procedures. People will work slower but safer. Using safety procedures raises workplace safety by 1, and motivation will rise slightly, which is nice. It says it also lowers the efficiency by 25%, which is fine. I'd rather have alive people that are safe. What can I research next? We're going to do the resource upgrade so we can store more stuff. This allows 50% more storage. Okay, so here's the thing. I have to be to work at 9 in the morning. I've been streaming for 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to call it quits about 2 a.m. So about another half an hour. But I also have an order to pack. So I'm probably going to wander over to the other desk in here and pack that while this is playing, so you guys don't miss anything, because I forgot I had that order I have to get out in the morning. Because if an order comes in, I pack it and ship it the next day. And because Friday was a holiday for veterans, thank you to those of you that have served. And there was no mail, so I want to make sure that this package gets out because the lady bought it this afternoon. Transport has arrived. We got 25 more people. Woo! 25 people. All right, let's bring in some more food. We're going to max this out for right now. And we're going to put 5 people here. What else do I need? Got plenty of wood. That's public house. We got 10 people there. Oh, we'll just put them all here then. What do you want? A taste of home. Sir, although many people back home are facing starvation as well as as a well-off relative of one of our engineers sent him a large parcel full with treats. Should we hold onto the food? It may stir trouble or, God forbid, fuel a parallel economy. So we can either take his shit or give it to him. So we're going to go ahead and give it to him because, I'm not that stingy. I can't wait till I can research more foragers. And I'm going to wait until I can get more people. Right now, it looks like I can only get 13, which is fine. We don't need them right this second. We need to worry about getting people fed, and we need raw food to do that. So we got about a third of the way to go still. And as soon as they finished chopping those trees. Nice job. Oh. Promise fulfilled. You promised your people they'd have enough hearty meals to eat, and you delivered. Yay. People is fed. Okay, so we're going to build the next piece, which is the machine shop. And then we're going to build the ventilation one next, which takes 50 steel. So that takes a little bit. We're going to build another house. No, we're not. That's way too big. Stop it. We'll wait until this farms this out, and then we'll destroy it. This one doesn't have anything, so we're going to destroy that. as they farm out the area and stuff, you can destroy buildings. What can we research now? Faster reloading or a reloading station? Okay, so reloading station allows us to build reloading stations which gather resources piling up at the docks. People working here gather the resources piling up at the docks and transfer them to the stockpiles, which means I could get rid of the gathering resource, the gathering buildings, or I could just leave them there and they can help out too. So we're going to go ahead and start this building. It takes 1 steam core, so we only have 4. We need to keep an eye on that. Well, not we, you, me, I. So we're going to go ahead and put this to max so it can farm out these trees in my way. And that's the end of their workday. So I'm going to leave this running and run over to the other desk really quick and pack this item. I already printed everything I need for it, so I just have to tape it and stuff, make it look pretty. So you'll hear some strange noises here in a minute. Excuse me, sir. You are in my seat. I guess I can freaking stand. Pack this order. Yes. Well, that ain't gonna work. It's got a hole in it. There we go. This works. What was that for, sir? Why are you wiggling your foot? I didn't touch it. Nothing was touching your foot. Why are you being all weird? Okay, I just got to put the label on it now, but I need to put people to work. What do I got to do? And take one off of here, put one on here, and we need seam exchangers. Takes 20 steel to make these, and I can't do that just yet. So I will put him back over here so he can gather steel when the day starts. So I'm going to speed it up a hair. So we have enough raw food, about 6 hours, and food rations will last about a day. But they're bringing in more food. Get off my screen. They're bringing in 80 more raw food, which is great. because we need it. And let me go close this package up and tape the label on, and it's ready to go. No, my tape is out. Ubers, where'd you go? Why'd you leave? Wahaha, I got my seat back. I'll be there in a second. I'm busy. I got time. Hang in. I'm working here. What do you want? What? Okay, so camp life bad omen. This morning, the camp is strangely quiet. People pass the bad news in hushed voices. An owl is perched atop the scaffolding despite it being broad daylight. They were superstitious even in the best of times, but here in the remote, harsh place, they see this as the worst omen, worse than a herd of black cats. Workers refuse to even look at the bloody bird, never mind shoo it away. Oh. Discontent rose because people were superstitious of a fucking bird. You only bring in 24 people, so we're going to wait on that. And we're going to do faster reloading, and then we'll upgrade to draft machines, which costs 25 steel. We still have another building to build here that's going to cost quite a bit of steel. And I've got steel here. What? Oh no, the whores have STDs. House of Disease. A worried medic reports an outbreak of venereal disease at the House of Pleasures. At least one of the employees got the clap and spread it. Use protection, people. Don't sleep around unless you're wearing your raincoat. We must start immediate start mandatory medical examinations of the staff and send the infected home, or at least isolate them. So here are the options we have. Cure the infected. It says infected prostitutes will be treated as gravely ill and discontent will rise. Deport the infected, which we can't do. It says requires medical reparations. And then it says shut down the house of pleasure. It says it will no longer raise motivation and discontent will rise greatly, which is we don't want that. And then it says we can't afford it. It says people will get sick more frequently and discontent will rise. So we're just going to cure the infected whores and we'll just let them get back to work doing their thing. I don't know who came up with this shit, but this is hilarious. Okay, so we're going to cure the infected. I mean, you got to keep your, if you watched where you put your pecker, you wouldn't have to worry about it getting the pox, okay? Or if you used protection on your pecker, then you wouldn't get the pox. So, there's that. Sorry for the puns, but, it's a punny situation. 50 steel. I'm like 2 steel away. Uh-oh. Looks like I gotta build another thingy. I can't. I don't have enough steel. Boo. Now I got enough steel. Building here will destroy resources. Don't want that. So we'll build it here. What's this? Nope, I want the other one. So now that I can do another law, we can do after hours equipment maintenance, which will also keep them safer. Or we could do something else, which is shorter staffs. Okay, so short shifts. Building the generator is exhausting and dangerous. When people are not overworked, they will make less mistakes. After introducing this law, another one can be passed in 18 hours. New shift lengths can be shortened in the workday in generator construction facilities to 8 hours from 16. It says using short shifts raises workplace safety by 1 and motivation will rise slightly. So we're going to go with short shifts because it's going to be hot down that hole, dark and cold, and we want our people safe. And because that is ready, we're going to go ahead and pick food rations, and we're going to switch our people back to rural just because we can. And I'm going to take a couple of workers from here and here. We're going to put 2 here. And I'll just put the rest of them here. I think we have too much food coming in, so we need more coal. We have plenty of wood. Need more steel. Oh, we have plenty of food coming in right now. So what I can do is I can have these to 5 each and put them over here to gather steel. 32. 2 and 8, so we'll give you 3 more. So that way we got more stuff. So we're going to speed this up a little bit. See how that helps. ESSER loading researched. Yay. So we're going to do more foragers and then we'll do draft machines. Look at all the smokes. Ooh, I went down, not out. Here we go. Look at all the smoke coming off the vent thing here. Look at this. And there's a freaking gas mask right there. Toxic gas concentration will rise tomorrow. Current toxicity level, toxic gas level. Yuck. I'm going to leave this running for 24 hours a day. It uses 600 coal a day. Wish there was a way for me to farm more coal. I mean, there is. I just need to do this. And let this fill up with steel and get all this as harvested as much as possible. And turn this off. So that way it's not bringing in any more steel. Because then I can flip it over to coal and bring in coal. Can I bring in more people yet? How many can I bring? Woo! Oh, wait. Let's speed this up. And there's more food. I think we have 7 more days. 6 more days. 5 days, 7 hours. So, it wasn't too far off. All right, I'm going to go finish my label on my package, and I'll be right back. I heard that. That. All right, let's get the next research thingy going, because you always want to keep research going if you can. So drafting machines allows us to research tier 2 technologies. It takes 7 hours. They have an hour and a half to work on it. And this is almost out of steel. And then I can flip it. All right, there we go. I'm going to flip this to coal. And I'm going to have these people here. There we go. So now we'll get coal in and steel. That kind of sounds bad, like coal and steel. I'm going to bump this down to, and bump this down to, so I can order more people. I want to be able to order about 100 people next time. So we have 19 vacant beds. Yay, that's farmed out. So we're going to dismantle that because there's just a little bit of wood left. Oh, that one's empty too. So sawmill. So this will get these trees. And that'll get those. And I'll wait for this to be demolished, and then I'll build some houses along there. And we probably need a bathhouse, don't we? Bathhouse. And now that one's got a road. A lot of this is just waiting and building and watching and waiting and seeing what happens. The initial start of this, it takes a bit to get going. And it looks like all that stuff is built up. So we're going to put people here and here. I can now house 79 people. I want to make that as close to 100 as possible. So Tree. Probably need to build another bathhouse, damn thing. Because of the nasty horrors, man, you got to keep your people bathed. And we're going to speed all this stuff up. And after a while, they're going to tell me that I can't have no more people. So that's why I need to get as many people as I can right now before they cut me off. Short shifts. Sir, people complain that the short shifts law you signed some time ago still has not been put into effect. I've heard enough promises in my life. I'm not going to wait forever, says another older welder. A foreman nods and says if our bosses count on us forgetting what he said, he's going to be disappointed, and it's time, and it's hard to keep people motivation up when people feel they've been cheated. So y'all aren't even in the fucking hole building nothing yet. I don't know what you're complaining about. But fine, I'll bump these down. What's this take? 20 steel. Let's start building one of them. Bunch of whiny ass motherfuckers. And we'll give them better food just because I'm running out of room. Drafting machines researched. Yeah. Optimized material. Careful selection process reduces the material cost of structural profiles by 20% and the time required to make them by 50%. Nice. That's something else I think I need to build, huh? No. Need 8 structural profiles, and I don't think I have 8 yet. I got 5. So I need 3 more till I can build the next thing. Oh yeah, now I can check my coal production. Coal, no, I'm still doing so bad. So what we're going to do now that we have more bathhouses built, I'm going to take this and I'm going to bump it down again and see if that allows me. Okay, that's a smaller gap. That's not so bad. Once I get more people, I can get these people up here harvesting more, and then I can fill this out as well. I still have those other buildings to add with the automated people that pick stuff up. Hoot, hoot. So, oh, I can build that. Cost of steam core. I don't have enough steel to build another one, but I got one building. That'll be on the coal one. I'll build the other one in a minute. Hey, what do you want? What? Oh, Lord, they're still freaking out about the bird. Camp life. Harbingers of doom. People across the whole camp leap to their feet, awakened by the sound of angry screeches. Dozens of huge birds are circling over the construction site. The owls are back among terrified workers. It's a sign. The heavens warn us. We shouldn't be here. We're doomed. Yep, you are. Suck it up, Buttercup. After a while, the birds disappeared above the bay, leaving our people severely shaken. Motivation will fall even more each morning. Oh, no. Fucking owls. Bunch of pansy-ass bitches, if you ask me. God, I hate these stupid birds. This whole scheme is looking more ridiculous each day. Fucking pansies. Go to work. I need to build that other one. Here we go. Boop. You can wait a damn minute. Oh, wait, did that just negate? Oh, it did. Well, I can delete those then. What do you want? Another whiny ass motherfucker. A word of advice. Logistics limit reach. Sir, we have reached the upper limits of logistical capacity allowed us by the company. We should use it and place an order through the Telegraph Station. So we're going to order people. Oh, we can order 60. Order. Max. So that was nice. Let's see. Upgraded docks allows unloading resources from ships faster for forming 2 even piles. Nice. Efficient gathering, large depots, steam sawmill, and a charcoal kiln, which will give us coal if we need it. So we're going to upgrade the docks when we have 20 steel to do so. What? End of the world. Sir, an engineer received a letter from his relatives in India. They explained that the sudden frost devastated their plantations and they're going back to England as the colony is descending into chaos and the population is rising up against the British rule. Surely we cannot let such information impact the morale of our people. Yeah, we're gonna censor that letter. Anyways, wouldn't it be warmer in India than England? I mean, just using some math here. Max, and what does that do to coal? Yay, coal balance is up. Import my people fishing. I need 2 more things here. How many people can I house? 139, so that should be good. He's in the kitchen again. Should I go check? Yay. What do you want? You failed. Did they vote you out?
No.
Uh-oh.
The storm was coming, and I still had 3,000 coal to get. So it just failed as soon as the storm hit. Although my whole city was automated with like 8 autonomous over there digging up coal.
Did you also have the coal stompers and the charcoal kiln going?
Everything.
And did you have your people running out and gathering stuff and bringing it back to the city as fast as possible?
No, all that stuff was gone. I took at the beginning.
No, I mean like the map. Did you send your people out to go scavenge on the map?
Yeah.
And did you turn your generator?
Autonomous.
Okay, but during the day, did you turn your generator off and let it wind down and then flip it back on and before it gets the complete shut off to save coal? Did you do that? Do I need to play that map so that you can see how to win it?
No, I just have to start storing coal a lot earlier.
Or not use your heaters.
I waited until it was like 6 days in, and then I started to gather.
But also
all that
generator maintenance and keeping an eye on turning it on and off like I do, and not using your heaters until it absolutely necessary. Like when the seeds are like half froze, flip them heaters on, and wait until that goes down, and you can flip them off, and you can toggle through them, which is nice.
Yep.
What you got?
Well,
He was mad I kicked him off the chair, but I got the package ready to go out. I'm going to start this researching for upgraded docks. You going to bed?
Yeah.
Yeah, my headache is still, it's coming back. That little bit of sleep I got. Oh, hey, Casey. I started the live 2 hours and 14 minutes ago, and no, there wouldn't have been an announcement for this because I just kind of did this on a whim. I was awake, and Jason and I just finished eating, and we watched the episode of Andor that we didn't watch the other day. So it was just one of those things that I just kind of popped in to do this because he was playing the game, and we literally were just talking about this yesterday, this game. So I was like, I'll pop in and I'll stream it. Not a big deal. But this is a very time-consuming game. And because I have to work in a few hours for training, I literally have training at 9, and it's 2 a.m. And my alarm is set to wake me up at 8, even though I'm not really tired just yet. But this headache that I've had for like 3 days needs to go away. Well, he just said that was enough work for the day. Does that mean I can go to bed? Oh, AC, since you are here, the uploads will go up every Saturday at noon Eastern time. So in about 10 hours, the next episode of Warcraft 3 will go up. And I have I've got all of them edited now. I finally finished editing the last one yesterday. And the last one of those will go up. I'm pulling up my calendar now. If you're still here watching. Okay, the last episode of that, there are 18 of them total, 18 episodes that I did. And the last one will go up. Oh, thanks for the $2. The super chat. Much appreciated. Oh, hang on. I got an alt tab to get out. Whoop. Thank you. So the last episode, episode 18 of Warcraft 3 Reforged, will go up March 4th. I literally have videos scheduled every Saturday now from now until March 4th. So just in case I forget to upload something or I don't have time to edit something or I have a migraine kick in my ass, I now have videos scheduled until the first week of March. So I'm set. I mean, I have other videos and stuff that I still need to edit that I need to get up at least one other day a week, if not 2 other days a week. I have so many videos to edit right now. It's not even funny. But I just wanted to let you know, if you liked the Warcraft 3 Reforged stuff that I did for the first episode last Saturday that I did live, I can't do that live tomorrow because unless we go to lunch right at noon, which is when it'll go live, I cannot be in the premiere because I will be in a live environment tomorrow. Now, my health is kind of shit. I really need to go see a doctor. I have some stuff going on that like randomly shoots pain places and knocks my breath out of me and that kind of stuff. So Jason keeps hounding me to call. I have their information. I just need to take the time to call. But I've been in training every day since Wednesday during the day. And when I get off of work, I'm so exhausted. I literally just go pass out for a couple of hours because my head's pounding and everything else. So what are we doing here? I was going to stop streaming at 2 a.m. So if it's 2 a.m. here, it is now 8 a.m. in Germany, right? It is what it is. But at least I found, my job that I'm in right now, it's minimum of 20 hours a week. I can work as many hours as I want. I can pick my own hours, which is great because I'm a contract employee. The contract is good for at least 6 months. So, if I need to take several hours off in the morning or something to go to a doctor, because the doctor that I found that will work with me is in Atlanta. So it's like a 45-minute to an hour drive to get there. What? Oh, it's the next morning. I was like, why did motivation just fall? Stupid birds. Stupid birds. Fucking birds. The other pain is like random. So I'll be fine 1 minute and the next minute it's like all of a sudden the pain just hits me and like knocks me off my feet, takes my breath away. So it's like one of those things that I have no control. I have no idea when it's going to hit me. But the headache that I have right now, it started in the back of my head and then went straight to my eyes. So that's not fun at all. We're going to build the foundry next. It says the foundry allows us to build a foundry and produce heat-resistant steel components necessary to build the generator. It says foundry, an advanced foundry where iron, coal, and rare minerals are combined to produce heat-resistant steel composites. It takes 7 hours to research and costs 60 lumber and 40 steel and 1 steam core. I have 1 steam core left. And I can only order 1. And the trees are gone, so yay! I can delete that building and then build the next one over here. I just got to build a road to it. Oh, and if you randomly build roads to buildings like I'm doing, you just need to make sure that you go back and you delete them when the building is demolished. That way you don't have these roads like this laying in the middle of the way. Now this one's going to that building too, but oh, I should have read that. Oh well. So we're gonna bump this up and oh, I have to research that still. I cannot build more of those just yet. I thought I had that unlocked. Did I not unlock more people? Allows us to build another forager's quarters. Oh, my bad. Hang on. That was a me mistake. Okay. I gotta build a road to it. Because that one's going here. And I'll delete this when the other one's ready, so. It's basically like what my dad does for his work, except for I'll be doing all the back end stuff. So he does all the front end stuff, building all that stuff. I'd be doing all the back end stuff, like taking payments, correcting issues, solving app problems, opening and closing gates and that kind of stuff. So it'll be nice. And he can't come up for Thanksgiving. He was planning on it, but because of the hurricanes that Florida keeps getting, they're not allowing him to take any of his time off. And he has 3 weeks of vacation time right now saved up that they're refusing to let him take. So we're planning on him coming up in December, maybe. And by then I'll have been working for at least, 6 weeks. So that'll be nice that I can pick up like some sort of cot or air mattress or something for him to sleep on, because my other bedroom here isn't really used as a bedroom. It's got literally business shit everywhere. It's got all my sewing machines are in there and jewelry inventories in there, and I've got fabric and crochet stuff, and I've got stuff everywhere that's crafty. So I don't have it set up as a bedroom technically yet. Plus, we don't really have the money for an extra bed. If we had the money, what I would probably do is take the bed out of our room and move that in there because it's a queen size. And I would buy a king size frame. That way, when Jason wants to hog all the blankets and stuff, I can kick him and roll him over to his side of the bed. And then I don't have to worry about him rolling over and snoring directly in my ear because I'll have more room on the bed. So, I mean, I understand it's only like 4 inches, but you'd be surprised at how loud the 4 inches can be. Uh-oh, he knows I'm talking about him. He's coming. I'm talking about you. You snore, McSnore, sore. Sir snores a lot. Okay, now I can add them. And we're going to send them to the hunting grounds. It says unknown site, hunting grounds. Send foragers here to learn more about this place. Reindeer tracks lead towards a wide stream glinting in the sun. So it's going to take 15 hours for them to get there. Now, if you're playing one of the other maps, paying attention to these times, these arrival times, is key, because if a storm hits and your people are out, they're going to die in the storm. Just saying. And then this is still producing fish. I got 2 more days and 2 hours of that, which is nice, even though I'm bringing in plenty of food a day. I mean, if you want, you could, put another kitchen up. Oh, I guess I could. I need one more. I'm waiting on this to build. There we go. There's a reason I don't have people in all of these. I mean, I probably could. There. I'm waiting on one more piece to build, and then I can start building the shaft structure. Look, that man can snore on his face. I don't snore. I don't make any noise when I'm sleeping. I mean, I might mumble in my sleep. You can talk to me in my sleep and I'll answer you. The other day, I swear, I about lost it on him. I came to bed. He was nice and quiet, just making those little bubble noises that he does, which are kind of cute. I flipped the ceiling fan on because he had a whole ass leg and everything out. So I'm like, okay, he's hot. I know I'm going to be hot. So I flipped the ceiling fan on. I go brush my teeth, get ready for bed, come back around my side of the bed, flip my fan on that blows on my face because I can't sleep without a fan blowing on my face. I'm one of those weirdos. Turn my music on, plug my devices in, and I crawl into bed. He was laying flat on his back. He waited until I got settled in bed and comfortable and nice and cozy, and then started to snore. So I nudged him, and I pushed him, and I called his name, and I poked him, and I'm like, roll over. He rolled over onto his side for a little bit and snored louder. At that point, I pulled the sheet and threw it up over his face, thinking, okay, maybe the airflow is affecting him. And so I figured if I cover it up, maybe it'll stop. No. He rolled over onto his belly at that point and turned his face towards my head. He was about 6 inches away from my ear, and he snored even louder. I didn't even know you could snore on your face. I'm like, really, dude? So needless to say, I got very little sleep that night. If I could have used a thicker blanket over his face to block more airflow and stop the snoring, I probably would have. At that point, I was so mad. And he has no say in it. Like, he's not doing it on purpose. It's not like he's being vindictive or anything. I think he needs to go to the doctor and look at getting a CPAP machine or something like that. I know he's got breathing difficulties. So if we need to stick some tubes on his face so he can stop snoring, that would be beneficial. But yeah, his snoring is really rough. Oh yeah, it's quite bad. So I wanted to ask you, since you've mentioned more than once about, come to Germany and move to Germany and come visit Germany and stuff like that. And we literally, after this last election, we were sitting down and we were talking, and I was like, so what country did you want to move to? My German is very bad. I speak little bits of French and Spanish. I've got friends in Finland or Portugal or France or Ireland, England, Wales, Scotland. I've got friends in multiple countries. Where do you want to go? I will look into getting a passport. And we literally talked about it, and I started looking, and I don't know. I know you're in the south of Germany, but it looks like in order to move to Germany, you have to already have a job established, a work visa, X amount of money, and and at my age, it says fluent in the language is what I was looking when I looked up the information. So I didn't know if you could like look into that for me and see, since I know you go there and you travel a lot, if you know anybody that lives in other countries, and find out what it would be for an American expat to like move and email me that information. That would be great. Because I would be interested at this point. I mean, the way certain things are going, man, this political climate is very scary. Close doesn't mean much when you have a Republican governor who has openly raped women and caused women to have to get abortions because he refuses to take care of his children. But he also wants to ban abortions, which again, I'm not for abortions at all. I don't think that unless there's like certain circumstances, I personally wouldn't get an abortion, and I have very strong opinions on them. But the fact that they are making children keep pregnancies and filing criminal prosecutions against them to keep those rape pregnancies, I think is heinous. Absolutely heinous. Okay, so let's explore this. Hunting grounds, watering place. The gentle banks of this swiftly flowing stream form a convenient watering place. We could set up camp here for some time and hunt animals coming for the water. This is a small waterfall. So we can set up a camp here and supply raw food to the camp. And this does 80 raw food every day for a total of 400 food, so over 5 days. So we can do that. This one here still has a day and 11 hours left, so we've got food coming in now from that. And when this is done, we can send them over here to the small waterfall. Look, this political climate is getting scarier and scarier. It's just astounding how close-minded people are. Oh, and one of them said, I don't know which person it was, but it was a political person. They were saying how they need to turn this country into a Christian country. And I'm thinking to myself, do you know how many different religions there are in this country? Like literally how many different paths there are that people follow? Not everybody's Christian here. Not everybody wants to follow Christianity here. What are you doing? Why would you require somebody to follow a religion that either they don't want to follow or it's not like for them or whatever? I don't understand why people want to force something on somebody. I don't know. I'm all about certain freedoms and liberties and stuff like that, and I think that it's wrong with some of the things these people are voting for. It really just kind of gets under my skin and bothers me. Which is why I play video games, to escape some of that bullshit. Oh, look, I can build the foundry now. Oh, and the shaft structure. Okay, so we're going to start on the shaft structure. It says this structure will support the massive bulk of the generator and transfer the tremendous forces produced by its operations to the foundations. So we're going to start with this. And boop. And now we need 50 people. None, 1, max. And we're going to do short shifts, which makes it safer. And then what else can I build? Foundry. An advanced foundry. Okay, that's the other thing we need to do. And boop. What do you want? Last warning, you missed your milestone. Due to the difficulty of your task, the authorities agreed to give you one last chance. You will have to meet all future milestones with no exception. Any delays, even the slightest, will result in your termination. What a asshole. So I just started this. It does say I'm 4 days behind schedule, so I probably should have done that faster. Oops. So we're going to ask for those and some more pleeples. So we're going to order a shipment of pleeple. What do you want? Oh, my food storage is full. Wheel. Oh, I've been playing this game for years. I really this game came out in I think 2012, or 2018, 2019, something like that, and it really is a good game. I really like it. Supercharge. I'll do this next. Nope, I won't because I don't got enough steel. So I'll have to wait. And you have food that you can't bring back yet because I got too much stuff. So we're going to stop you. And we're going to stop you for right now. And we're going to put your workers here. I think I need 20 steel before I can upgrade anything else. So I'm kind of stuck till I get the steel. So we just gotta wait. Oh my God, it's almost 2:30. Okay, I need to go. I'm probably gonna save this. I'll wait till the next day starts because of the fact that I have to be up at 8 a.m. and it's almost 2:30. I was gonna stop this at 2 o'clock. I will have to pick this stream up another time. Oh, what do you want? Or you take steel too. I can't do anything with you yet. So we're gonna take you off of here and put you over here so you can actually build stuff. So yeah, so I will try and live stream more of this. I don't know about tomorrow. It depends on how I feel when I get off of work. And then Sunday is my last day of training. So again, we'll see. And then Monday I go into operations. So it'll be interesting to see how things go Monday. That's my first actual day on the floor, answering tickets and helping and working and stuff. So there's still quite a few things that I don't know. But I'm sure I will figure it out. Because everything seems to be pretty straightforward and easy to follow, which is nice. And I need raw food space. That way they can come in. There you go. Anyways, I will see you all later. I'm going to go ahead. Let me get this saved. Save. Yeah. Well, we'll just leave it at live stream. Because if I keep playing this, I'm going to keep playing this. Yes, 10 hours a weekend minimum. So I can work more if I want, but because training didn't start until Wednesday, I've literally only had 3 days of training. I have 2 more days of training left. And they did this, they set it up this way because of how the pay schedule quits on like Friday and begins, or, Sunday and quits Sunday and picks up Monday. So Monday is a new pay week. So I think they did that on purpose so that Monday starts a new pay week for us. No, it's minimum. It's a contract position. It's 20 hours a week. So I can work 20 hours a week or I could work 60 hours a week. It just depends on what's the availability. If there are more hours, we are able to work more hours. Right now, because the first week is just, I guess I can put myself back on camera and stop presenting. So I'm going to close that out anyways. So because of the fact that, it's all contract stuff. We were only allowed to pick up to 30 hours this first week. So I picked up 24 so far, and when we lost somebody today, there was 19 of us initially that were supposed to go on training, and then 13 of us have been there, and then today we lost another one, so we went down to like 12 people today, and I noticed like a ton of hours opened up. So we were required to pick a minimum of 10 hours for training for like the first week of us being on production. And then after we all picked 10 hours, then they said, there's extra hours, go grab them. So we did. And I picked 21 hours. And then I checked today when we had QA in to come talk to us about, what to do and what not to do kind of stuff. And I went, I looked, and there was several more time slots. So I could have worked a full 30 hours this coming week. So Jason said, just wait and see how Monday goes. And then either we'll have the ability to pick up more time at that point, because people will probably drop off. So there's one person I'm expecting to drop off again. Sorry, my throat is getting dry. Doesn't help that my head hurts. But yeah, there's one person I expect to drop off due to the fact that they don't know the difference between a mobile phone and a landline. And you need SMS verification for logging into the system every day. And when it came time to verify logins today to have us get into systems so that we were secure, she couldn't figure out how to do that. And she kept picking an authenticator app, and she didn't know what the difference between that and an SMS text was. And so I can almost guarantee you that she's not going to make it through this week. If she makes it through this week, I will be absolutely astonished. I really will. So, but so far the information is really easy. The teacher is super patient. It took her an hour to get into a system today that took everybody else like 2 minutes. And the fact that he spent an hour working with her and being patient was very nice to see. The instructor is very informative on things, takes time to explain things when we have questions, is very plain about how he says things. So like if we ask a question, hey, how do you deal with this? Or have you had this happen? Or what do you do if this happens? He's very clear about, I've had this happen. This is how you're supposed to handle it. This is where you go for the information. This is, and he like lays it out, and it's very clear and concise. And it's very nice to see a different form of training. Oh, and we're all on camera, which is why the camera is set up. I mean, even though the background kind of looks like shit, but most of this is everything that I have to film. I've got 2 boxes here that you can see, this one here, and then the lid for this one here. I've got something on the shelf. Let's see, right there. You can see the red underneath the blue and white sign. That's something else I have to unbox. I've got, there's pallets over there. 2 of those pallets are new that need to be unboxed. There's a box right there of stuff that needs to be unboxed. That is the Trend Mood box. I've got a chair over there in the corner. You can kind of see it right through there. And there's like 3 or 4 things on the chair. I have my birthday stuff. I never even like showed, like I showed the keyboard, but I didn't share, like, I've got 2 things sitting right here I can show really quick. But Jason got me something that's sitting on the chair. So he got me this, which is a makeup bag. That's, Jack and Sally stuff. And then he got me, oh, I'm over here. I'm like showing the monitor. So these are like stickers. It doesn't say how many there are, but there's a ton of like Nightmare Before Christmas stickers in here. And I love Nightmare Before Christmas because every day is Halloween here. Because hello, I'm a heathen. But yeah, so I've got a ton of, like, look at how thick this is. These are all Nightmare Before Christmas stickers. And I just want to stick them on everything, but I'm an adult. I'm not supposed to do that. Even though I want to stick them on everything. So, but I never even like did because my head has been so bad for so long, like daily migraines. And let's see if I can find it. They gave me a new medication. Here it is. So the one medication I've been on the longest is called Furacet. It is a Tylenol and other like inhibitor. So they gave me this Ubrevely stuff. They come in these little packets. By the way, for a month's supply, these are $100. They gave me 10 of these, and then there was a rebate that the pharmacy found for me to get 10 of these free. But 10 of these is what you're supposed to be allotted a month, and they're $100 for this box. And I'm like, holy shit. Now, I know Imitrex is also very expensive. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these left. So I've taken 4. And I can tell you, depending on where my headache or head pain is, whether it's here or on my sides or the back of my head or my neck region, I've taken 4. And each one I've taken, the head pain has been in a different area. So I'm like kind of doing a scientific theory kind of method on myself as I'm using them to test out where they're most effective, because this is supposed to affect how serotonin or something like that is released in your brain and how your body fends off certain contractions that causes the pain. So after doing some research on this, it's supposed to affect a headache differently than most other migraine medications, like the Toradol shots that I'm used to getting, and Imitrex, and some of the other migraine pills that are on the market. So far I've taken 4. 1 out of the 3 of them has worked. So only one spot so far has been efficient in reducing pain. So that's another thing that I want to talk to the doctor about, is because I'm also having problems with my neck, which I do believe is and they found damage when I was in the hospital. They found damage in my neck, which is causing head pain. So I need to worry about this and getting my neck checked to see if there's something else going on in my neck that's causing these head pains, because it literally is getting bad to the point where, like, I sat here today with all the lights and stuff off because I literally couldn't see straight. And I had to sit here in class. I don't even know what I do when I'm almost done here. I barely took notes today. Here's my notes from today. From this little squiggle line down, this is my notes from today. This, and this, and this, and part of this was my notes from the day before. And all I did today for notes was this section here. So that tells you how bad my head was today, that I literally couldn't even function enough to take notes. And I'm a note taker, so it's pretty bad. Yeah, it's gotten worse over the last few years, but also having damage in my neck, I think, is causing problems. And after the last 2 motorcycle accidents that I had, where the one where I fell off the moving truck, I think that did something to my neck pretty bad. And then the motorcycle accident that I had at the beginning of the year also didn't help. So, fun. But, okay, well, I'm going to let you guys go. It's 2:48 a.m. Or 2 hours and 48 minutes of streaming. Yes, I take lots of notes because I like to have the information, but one good thing I can say is everything the teacher goes over, every slide we see, every bit of information, all the scripting and stuff that he reads us, all of the slides, the PowerPoint presentation, everything, he sends that to us at the end of the day in an email so we can go back over it and reread it, which is, I've never seen that done in training before, so that's kind of awesome. So like the other day, Jason and I were going over some stuff because he had some questions, and I went to look for the answer and I couldn't find it. And I pulled up the email and went through the PowerPoint and couldn't find it in there. So I wrote notes to talk about it the next morning. And the teacher was like, oh yeah, you're right. We didn't discuss that. Here's, what you would do, kind of thing. So that was kind of nice that we have the ability to view that kind of stuff. And, training with the other lines of business that I've been on in the past have never been this good. So that's really refreshing. He's on time. Sometimes he's early. He's attentive. He's patient. He's knowledgeable. There isn't a whole lot of side chat going on. People aren't cutting up. Everything is recorded. It's professional. Like, you don't have people talking about like how sexy certain actors are and how they want to go take them and do nasty things to them kind of stuff. Like, there's no discussions like that. Like the first training that I did, like 2 years ago, oh my God, that was so bad. And the fact that the teacher spent the entire class talking about which actor she would take to bed. Yeah, I had problems with that. I mean, it's okay to have your own fantasies on your own, but we don't need to do this when I'm here to learn and I'm getting paid to learn, and you're not teaching me anything other than the fact that you're a whore. So, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. Actually, I might as well just pull up my work stuff now so it's all right here for me to view in the morning. All I have to do is just finish login stuff. But very helpful information. And I will see you all later. I don't know when I'll stream the rest of this, but I mean, Frostpunk takes hours. And I mean hours to play. This is not a game that you pop into for like 10 minutes and you're like, okay, I want it. No. Frostpunk is a time waster. It is a survival game for a reason. You literally have to take breaks and go eat and sleep and that kind of stuff, because if not, you'll be like me and glued to the game. Be like, oh my God, I've been awake for 28 hours. What was the last time I ate something? So it's a fun game. It keeps me engrossed, which is nice, because some games, if I get bored in a game and I have YouTube going on my phone, or I'm playing, like say I have YouTube on the computer and I'm playing a game on my phone and playing a game on my computer, there's something wrong. If a game loses my interest and I literally am on my cell phone playing a game while I'm watching a YouTube video, yeah, there's something wrong there. So I'm going to go get a little bit more water. I'll probably drain this before I go brush my teeth. I'll probably drink the rest of this here in just a minute, and I need more. So anyways, I will see you all later. Have a fantastic weekend if I do not pop back on, but I probably will. Class gets out at 4 p.m. Eastern time. The next video goes up at noon. So in about 9.5 hours, the other video will go up at noon for part 2, which is the second part of the Horde that's going up. And yeah, so we'll see if I'll probably lay down after work tomorrow, depending on how I feel. And then I'll get up and I might stream some more tomorrow night. So yeah, 2 more training days and then I go into production, which is scary. It's always scary. So anyways, think I was working on an email for you anyways, and I got sidetracked and it saved it in the draft, and I just found it today. I was like, oh shit, I forgot I didn't send that. So that was a reply to your last email. I did write one. I just got distracted and didn't send it. So yeah, there's certain games I get bored really easily in. Like if they don't hold my interest, there's a problem. Like what's the point in playing something if it's not fun or keeping you engaged? If you're sitting there bored, it's not fun. So, all right, I will see you all later. Have a good morning. If, for you, Casey, it's morning. It's middle of the night for me. And I'm going to go. I will see you guys, I don't know, probably about 14 hours or so. I'll probably pop back on tomorrow afternoon and stream more of this. See ya. The live stream? No, I probably won't. I'll probably just pop in and go live. There's no way to announce it on the new channel anyways. So you can't. I can probably set it up to schedule it. That would be different. If I scheduled it, like I got up and can schedule it for like an hour away, that should work. So I'll try and do that instead. That way you'll get a warning. Because now I've got 4 people here and I'm trying to go to bed because I have work in the morning. The joys of being old. Okay, I will see you guys later. I will stream more Frostpunk probably tomorrow afternoon. And if you have other game suggestions, let me know. I have an entire computer full of games. So, all right, bye.